Hello YouTube, this is MT Shark 7 here, and this is another edition of Game Hunting. And as you may already know, this is my last night here in LA. Kind of sucks, I'm going to miss the nice warm 80-degree weather and back to the frigid weather in Jersey, which hopefully I'll bring the weather with me, I'm hoping. So hopefully next week it'll start to warm up. But, you know what, let's take a step back. Let's rewind ourselves right back to the end of February. Not the end of July of 2014, because that was when I first decided, well, I'm out on travel to pick up video games, like check out stores in that area. Because normally when I would go out on travel, I would mostly just sit in the hotel room and watch TV the whole time and not really go out and do anything. The only time I go out is for dinner. But I went out. I was actually here back in July. So there's two stores I haven't gone to that I did back then. So I'm going to point them out. The first store was Metro Games in the LA area, and avoid that like the plague, because yeah, they're overpriced. It's hard to find the store. I actually had to go to the store like down. It's a huge like shopping center area that it's like located in the corner of, and I had to go to like some beauty salon and be like, "Yo, where's this Metro Games at?" And like, "Oh, it's right down in the corner there." I was like, "Oh, that's weird. You can't even see it. The prices are way above what they normally should be, and I don't know, they didn't greet me when I was there. I mean, they asked me. It took them a while, but then to realize I was there. But yeah, avoid that place at all costs. And the other store that I went to while I was back out last year and didn't go to was the Game Exchange. And they're a really good store. I went there and they have reasonable prices, and I picked up Jumping Flash 2 for $7, which I think I think it goes for like 15 or 14. That's a good deal, and they were helpful, because I was asking them like about games, and they even have like manuals and like loose games. So if you have like a game in a box, like they could go in the back and check. Like they checked a couple things for me, but unfortunately they didn't have it. But it was nice of them to offer, and they even gave me a discount when I was there last year. So yeah, so definitely check out the Game Exchange. That's a good game store to hit up if you're out in the LA area. So that's all in the past. So now let's talk about the present. So when I got here on Monday night, excuse me, and I noticed there was a Goodwill literally like 7 minutes away. So I was like, you know what, I gotta go out and get some groceries, go do grocery shopping. So while I'm out, I might as well hit that up. It's right down the street. So I go there, and here Google decided to leave out the information that it was a drop-off area for Goodwill, like where you drop off the donations. It's not an actual store. I mean, it kind of sucked, but I was like, that's dumb. But I did hit up a Goodwill. So that's the one place, here's the sheet, that I will talk about. And when I went there, like, the first thing I spotted was brand new Blu-rays. So ended up getting 2 Blu-rays at this Goodwill. It's Goodwill in Canoga Park. I mean, I'll put a link in the description of all, like, the places I've been to, the addresses. I think I'm going to break it down into, like, I'm going to have it as 2 blocks in the description. It's going to be places to check out and places to avoid, with probably, like, a little note, kind of like me reiterating what I already say in this video. So I picked up, for real cheap, these were, like, $3.99 each. Brand new Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Gohu. So I'll probably throw that in. I heard this is a good movie. I'll throw this in watch it with my daughter on Friday night or something. Gives us something to do. And next up, I got this. Horrible Bosses. And the funny thing is, I should have took a picture of this. This is brand new for $2.99, and they had the DVD used for the same exact price. So I was like, oh yeah, that seems legit, you know. I'll get the DVD for $2.99. Why would I want the Blu-ray, which is brand new and includes the DVD, brand new? I don't need that, right? So there's the two movies I picked up, and I think I had like some weird tunnel vision when I was there, because I went to on the thrift. It was like this area has like a bunch of like thrift stores in the vicinity. So I stopped at the one, and they didn't have anything. And I'll put a description of like the places I didn't stop at, like I stopped at and had no results. So you can avoid that. One of the stores is called. Where is it? Oh, where is it? I think the Collectibles Store. That place, is that the one? Shit. Well, either way, they didn't have any video games. That's the the moral of that story. And Council Thrift Shops, they didn't have anything, no video games. And the Rummage Rat, it comes up on Google, but apparently they regretted to inform me that it's closed down because they had a for sale sign in the front. So that's closed down. So don't even bother with that. So yeah, basically I only got stuff at this Goodwill, and I did find 2 games, because this is back to the story where I had tunnel vision. I was like looking like at all the DVDs. I was like, I can't find any games, and I think I was just like frustrated with not finding anything. I was like, oh man, then how do you not have anything? But then I calmed down, I took a breath, and I actually saw these 2 games. They had PlayStation 2 games there, but they were all sports games. I really don't want that. So I picked up High Rollers Casino for the Xbox. And the funny thing is these games are like mint condition, like they've never been touched. They're complete. Like, it looks like just someone opened it and just... It's weird, because usually Goodwill, at least, like, a lot of the discs are, like, scratched or have fingerprints. They don't have any of that. And then the last game I picked up while I was there was the Herb Sims in the City. And it actually has the card. You can download a Black Eyed Peas album. It has the card. I doubt it works. But that's cool that it included that. Especially coming from a Goodwill. So, that was my thrift store hunting that I did. And then next up, I was out like all night last night just going to the game stores. I went to this first one was A&J Games, and I wanted to check that place out last time I was out here back in July, but I just never got around to it. So this time I was like, I made a point, like, I gotta check this place out. And I'm glad I did, because this place is awesome. I think it's kind of like a mom and pop shop. It's owned by, I think the owner's name, the older gentleman that works here, his name's Gary, and I think he's the owner. He said he's been in business for like over 30 years, and once I walked in, I was like overwhelmed. Like, there's like the whole place is nothing but video games. And they have like obscure stuff. They have 3DO. They had a Vectrix. They had a VIC-20, like complete, like in mint condition in the box. And bunch of Texas Instruments games and like Super Nintendo, Genesis, you name it. But, so I was just like looking around. I'm like, whoa, I never seen so many games. So, the guy, he was really nice. I was talking with him, and he hooked me up with a deal. Like, I asked him, I was like, oh, well, do you do like bundling packs? And he's like, yeah, sure. So he took like $10 off the bill, which was freaking awesome. And you know, he didn't have to do that. Like, he's a great guy, and he lets you, like, I asked him, I was like, would it be okay if I look at the discs? All the discs are like in mint condition. Like, I thought like some of them were like scratches and goo on it, but no, these are all mint condition. Even though the cases some of the cases are a little rough, which that's where I got was like skeptical of. I was like, oh man, these discs are probably like scratched to the high heavens, but to my surprise, these are in mint condition. So this is what I picked up from there. So I picked up Cruising USA manual, and it's funny, I went in my app, well, not in my app, but my, what is it, my Google Drive, where I keep my video game, inventory, and I put everything in Excel, and I have it, like, color-coded, like, complete in box, game in box, you know, you get the idea. And with my N64 collection, nothing's color-coded, and I'm pretty sure I don't have the manual for Cruising USA. So, I know I have the box and the game, but I don't think I have the manual, so I'm excited to get this complete now. So, that's what I gotta do when I get back home, is go through my N64 collection and update that on the damn Google Drive. I can't believe that hasn't been updated. Unbelievable. Then I picked up Medal of Honor Underground for the PlayStation. And what else? And next up, I got Twisted Metal 4. Which now I think I only need, what is it, the Juniors game? Twisted Metal Junior or whatever. And then I'll have all the Twisted Metal series. Next up, I picked up Tenchu Stealth Assassins. And these are all complete. You know what? Obviously. Then I picked up Tomb Raider 3, Adventures of Lara Croft. And lastly, I picked up Frogger. I'm super excited to finally get this. And I know my buddy Nick, he has this game, but he has the greatest hits version. And normally I'm not really picky with greatest hits or original Black Label or greatest hits, but I don't know, Frogger holds like is near and dear to my heart, because this is one of the games I like when I was younger in high school. When I got the PlayStation, I rented this like months on end, and me and my friend would have sleepovers, and we would play this non-stop trying to beat it. Unfortunately, we never beat it, but it's nice to have this in the collection. Maybe I'll try and beat it, which probably won't happen, because I don't think I'm good at video games like I used to. And also, the guy Gary, we were talking like about I was telling him, oh yeah, like about my friend's game store like in Jersey and everything, and I mentioned him like, oh yeah, I saw that he had one of those Atari holders, like what I showed in my other game pickup video that Nick ended up giving me. I was telling him that, and he actually had one like laying on the floor, and I was just curious. I was like, were they originally for cassette tapes? Like, I don't think they were made for Atari, because there's no Atari logo or anything on it. I think it's just that obviously like cassette tapes can like are kind of like the same width as Atari games. And he was like, oh, you know what? He's like, hell, it was like if your friend gave you one for free, he's like, you can have it for free. So now I got another one of these Atari cases, which will look nice on my future shelf when I get a game room, when I move out, when I move and we get our own house. And yeah, so that was awesome of him. I was like, he like threw me off. I was like, really? Like, just gonna give that away? I was like, all right. Like, that's awesome. So yeah, definitely check out A&J A&J Games, and tell them MT Shark 7 sent you. And yeah, they're definitely a spot to hit up. And next time I'll definitely go out there next time I'm out here, because they have a ton of stuff, and the prices are definitely reasonable, and it's awesome. And then the next spot I hit up was called Gameplay, which is literally a 5-minute. It was around like a 5-minute drive past once I got out of A&J Games. So I went to this place, and they kind of like do the trick on you, which what I consider is where their stuff is slightly overpriced, but they have that deal where you buy two, you get one free. So it kind of like evens out. So, I mean, I probably won't go back there. Just because, like, I mean, I was there. I mean, they have stuff, but nothing that was like, oh, excuse me, nothing that shot out was like, oh, buy me, buy me. So I was just like, eh. So I probably won't hit up that place again. But I guess buyer beware or whatever, or consumer beware. There we go. That's makes a lot more sense. Then the next place I went to was Next Gen Video Games, and yeah, avoid that place at all costs. I go in there and they have like these tables set up like right in the middle of the store, and there's like a bunch of people like playing like board games and Magic, and then like the whole right side is all like video games, and like the whole left is all like comics and board games. And I looked at their prices, way overpriced. I had like a flashback of when I was out in San Diego last time when with the whole what is it, the retro, or not the retro, the rave video games, how they were super overpriced. Yeah, they think, what was it? I saw in the case they had a Super Mario Brothers 3 for NES for $35. Yeah, good luck selling that. And they just that's just one example. I could go on and on. Everything was overpriced. I would not avoid that place at all costs. I would not. I'm never set foot in there again. No way. So then, today was my last. Well, today's obviously my last night here. So I went to 2 more game stores. I went to this place called Videomen, and yeah, they didn't. The guy was nice, and they do like repairing of video game systems, but they had bottom of the barrel like shit that you would find at Goodwill that no one wants. Like they just had sports games, like random common shit that no one cares about. So I wouldn't go there. I would avoid that if you're in this area. But then I went to Game Dude, which I've been to last time and had great experience with going over there. So I was like, hell, why not? I'll go there again. So I went there again and picked up a handful of games for a decent price. So first up, I picked up Siren for the PS2, and with Game Dude, all their games are like brand spanking new. There's like not one like scratch or anything. It literally looks like someone opened. I think they must like resurface their discs or something, because these are like all brand new. Like no one even touched anything. Next up, I picked up the weird. I played this before, but I know it's kind of like an oddball game. Katamari. What is it? Damake? Is that how you pronounce that? Katamari Damake? And all these are complete in box. There's that. Then I beat all the God of Wars. The only one I needed to beat was Ascension, so to add to the PS3 backlog, I got God of War Ascension, which I hear is not a good game. I hear like not that many people liked it. It's not as good as the other ones, but I figure I'd give it a shot. I mean, beat all the others, might as well beat the only one I still have to beat. And then I know my friend Frank will be super excited. I picked up a brand new copy of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, the Day Zero edition for PS4. So I hear, like, he's like a huge, like, he's always huge into Call of Duty, and he was like yelling at me about getting Call of Duty Ghost, which I picked up at Game Dude as well. And he said like the best series for Call of Duty has been the Black Ops. And he said there's hasn't been a Call of Duty like it, like with the storyline. The online play is amazing, but he said this is even better than the Black Ops series. So he highly recommended the Advanced Warfare. So I figured might as well. I just beat what is it? The Evil Within. So I'm back to playing the good old PlayStation 4 again. So there's that. That's all I picked up. And like I said again, I'll put in the description. I'm gonna break it down to places to visit and places to stay away from. Just to give a heads up to like fellow YouTubers, if they're in the area, they already know where to go to. I mean, I already did the hard work, doing all the research and weeding out the good with the bad. So, oh my God, this video is already 20 minutes long. Oh my God. Whew. So yeah, I probably won't upload these until I get home, because hotel internet sucks ass anyway. So, is it really gonna hurt everyone that they're like, oh, it's gonna be a day late? Oh well. So yeah, with that said, that's enough. So this is MT Shark 7, and have a good night.